All right, today I want to talk about how I do some plant support. Any plant that can grow vertical, you probably should take advantage of that unique aspect and give it space to grow up. That way it doesn't grow out. Growing vertical is the best way to use your space efficiently. You can grow something like a tomato in 1 square foot if it's trellised, because it's going to go straight up 8, 10, 12 feet. Or if it lays down on the ground, you're probably going to need 9 to 16 square feet. So going up is the way to go, and you need to save space. And here behind me, or actually I'm underneath it, is my first example. This is an arbor that I built. I used untreated redwood 2x4s, and the structure, which you're going to see recurring a lot in this video, is cattle panel. It's used for livestock and stuff like that. I had to go to Tractor Supply. I don't think Home Depots or Lowe's type of stores carry it. It's 4 feet wide and 8 feet long, so I have 2 of them, so this is 16 feet total by 4 feet wide. You can see I can grow anything on this. So this is a tomato in one spot in the front half, a winter squash. This is a delicata squash in this half, and I have to come through here and weave it, but you can see it sends out the tendrils, and you're just gonna kind of go in and out. You just weave it in there. Right behind me, look how big and beautiful. You can't even get it all in the screenshot. I forget the name off the top of my head, but this is a type of squash. So you can do fun stuff when they're hanging in this kind of trellis. If I had it vertical, just straight up, you wouldn't get the benefit of seeing this hang right in front of you. Probably my biggest trellis in my backyard is this one. I cemented it down in cinder blocks. It's, I forget, 2 3/8, 2 5/8, whatever the standard size piping is, galvanized pipe. I did top and bottom, and again, you have cattle panel, except for I have 3 of them. So that this is 8 feet tall by 4, 8, 12. So 8 feet tall by 12 feet wide. And I originally built this for my passion fruit, and it filled the whole thing up really quickly, and the passion fruit were delicious. But I am married and I have 2 little kids, and I'm the only one who likes passion fruit. So now we're doing 2 types of grapes. You can see my grapevine. Like, here's a good example. See how it's leaning too far behind it? I'm gonna undo this tendril a little bit, pull it back onto this side, so you just weave it. You're just weaving it in and out. Same thing with this tomato. There's a tomato in here. I'm letting go crazy. And like, here's one branch of it, probably a sucker. I'm just gonna push it back in. Might have to do it in a lower one. It's kind of hard to do one-handed while I'm trying to film. But you're just weaving it in there. Anytime it sticks out far enough, you just weave it in. And then I actually have another grape on this side. This thing will be filled with grapes, but I thought I could put the tomato in one summer before the grapes got big, but these grapes are already getting pretty big. My tomatoes are also really impressive. This is the first year I've put them on this system. What is this system called? Just like the one string method. I pounded 4 or 5 foot rebar into the ground. I put electrical conduit. These are 10-foot lengths of conduit. I have an elbow up there with, how wide did I make this? 6 feet wide, and coming all the way down. And I have 4 strings, because in the 6 feet I did 4. I'm doing 4 tomato plants. So I have a lemon boy that's not doing really good. I have an Amana orange, soldaki, and terracotta. So these are ready to harvest. I should harvest these. Those are beautiful. That one too, that's what color they look like when you harvest that one. But as this grows, what's so cool about this one, when I keep it one stem and I'm pulling, I rip out all of my suckers. You're just kind of twisting it around. Same thing, this one's kind of short. These 2 are really tall. This one's taller than me too. So I'm just twisting it around. I have a bunch of these freestanding square tomato cages, you know, the circular ones that are conical. I hate those, and those are really lousy. But these square ones, I have these red square ones that are stackable. They're really great. I get them from, I think, gardensupply.com. So I have a tomato in this one. I have all these big beautiful sunflowers that are taller than me. Look how big and beautiful these are. Can we get this on the same shot? Can you see how big these sunflowers are? They're all leaning into the support. And it's a big, thick sunflower. But they're using these red cages also for support. Good shot of that. I love that. Cattle panel, like I said, is one of my more preferred methods. This is a melon. I think I actually started 2 seedlings. There's one sugar cube melon right there. And same thing, when I see part of the vine, there's nothing I can show you. Oh, here's part of the vine. When it's starting to shoot off more like side shoots, I just start weaving it. Just weave it. Weave it in there. I'm doing basically the same exact thing for my cucumbers, but what I'm so happy with about my cucumbers, this raised bed is 4 feet by 6 feet, and then I could have plants all up in front and have the cucumbers growing vertical right in back, so I can save tons of space. So here's an example of how I would trellis this. See how this vine is falling down now? I can simply pull it up, find a good notch right there at a good point, and just put it up there. Now it's gonna grow. It's gonna get more light. It'll be easier to find my pickles. God, I keep calling them pickles. It'll be easier to find my cucumbers. I mean, I guess you have no surprise what I'm gonna do with my cucumbers. I'm gonna pickle them. You can see I have blackberries growing in like a fire pit, but they're supported the same exact way. I have fence posts pounded in with a piece of cattle panel. This one looks about 4 feet by 3 feet or so. It's definitely a good idea to support your plants, especially when you can have something that looks good and gives you such cool looking produce that you get to grow in your own backyard. Imagine if Safeway tried to sell something 4 feet long. Ain't gonna happen. You can only do this by growing it yourself, by building a trellis, planting this, ordering the seeds, planting the seeds, and doing it yourself. So definitely give your plants some support. They'll thank you for it.